So a question that I'll get asked all the time is how do I mix better ad libs? Okay, as a rapper, you want your ad libs to stand out as they could become your signature sound. So it's important that you learn how to mix them right. So I'm gonna show you exactly how I mix my ad libs and get them sounding crystal clear and sitting in the mix perfectly. So what you want to do is you want to record your main vocal. Okay, here's the best system set up for recording ad libs and recording your verses in general. Okay, once you do this, you're gonna have crystal clear sounding verses. So first we start with the setup. So you have your lead vocal, right? And you want the pan to be at the zero, center pan. Okay, then you want your backing vocals to be fully panned left, minus 64, and and do another vocal take and fully pan it to the right at plus 63. So if I mute the lead vocals, here are my backing vocals, and here this is how they sound, okay? Calling me Sid Vicious, clean like the dishes, hard like my missus. So I vocal every line at the end of every line, right? So here's my lead vocal. The lyrics they call, and then at the end you'll hear my backing vocals are vocaled every end of the line. So I'm so mean with the lyrics, they're calling me Sid Vicious. Yeah, I keep it clean like the dishes. Hard like my missus. But as you can see, I've recorded two vocal takes for the backings. One is to so that I can pan it left, and then I recorded another. I didn't duplicate it. You don't want to just copy and paste it. You need to actually redo the take, do another take, and pan it fully to the right. Okay, and it gives you a wider sound, right? So when you play it with your lead, you got your lead sitting in the middle. It's like a sandwich. You got your lead sitting in the middle, which is like the meat patty, and then you've got the burger buns, which is your backing vocals on either side. Okay, so it gives it that. Calling me Sid Vicious. Yeah, I keep it clean like the dishes. This really gives it a 3D sound. Okay, and then last of all, this is where your ad libs come in, and your ad libs is like the lettuce or the tomato, you know, that or the sauce, the burger sauce or the ketchup. It's that extra sweetness, right? That needs a place within the burger, within the song, right? And what I do is I record the ad libs and I pan it to the left minus 6. Okay, and let's play that back. The lyrics they're calling me Sid Vicious. Yeah, I keep it clean like the dishes. Lay the beat down if it hard like my missus. Love danger, swim with the sharks like fishes. Women blow my. As you can hear, it's all sit. I'm gonna play it with the beat later in a minute, right? But I just want you to really get the essence of how the ad libs are sitting. So the reason I've done this is I want to think of your verse and your arrangement as telling a story. Okay, so if we zoom in here, we've got the lead vocal sitting dead center in the middle of the mix at 0. Okay, you've got it sitting at 0. Then you got your backing vocals, like I said, sitting full pan to the right, to the left, which are the which are the buns, and then you've got your ad libs sitting at minus 6. So what this is doing is creating a space. It's like sitting in an auditorium, okay, and there's many seats in the auditorium, but you don't want everyone sitting in the same one seat, right? You want everyone spreading out so that everyone's got their own space, everyone can relax, and everyone can have a maximum comfort. Okay, so that's what we're doing with the vocals. Here's what a lot of people do: they just have everything down the center like this. Mine, they have it at 0, 0, 0. Okay, the ad libs, the backing vocals, everything. And what this does is it clashes. Everything's clashing and is competing for the same spot in the dynamic and in the song. Okay, look. With the lyrics, they're calling me Sid Vicious. Yeah, I keep it clean like the dishes. Lay the beat down if it hard like my missus. And as you can hear, when on the ad libs it's just all sounding a bit rough. It's all sounding a bit rough because they're all trying to come through the one space. Okay, they're all trying to sit on each other's laps in the auditorium. You want to space everything out, go minus 64, and then right to the plus 63, 64 on the second backing vocal, and then just minus 6. It's a beautiful sweet spot. Minus 6, your ad libs, and it just creates sweet symphony, right? The lyrics they're calling me Sid Vicious. Yeah, I keep it clean like the dishes. Now, if you're listening to this on your phone, it will sound one way, but if you have earphones, go and grab them right now and really plug them in and listen to how they sound. You'll hear a huge difference in how it opens up in the vocal. Okay, so now I want to talk to you a little bit about just some of the effects and some of the cool tricks that you can use when mixing, in terms of what plugins to put on, and also the kind of cool sounds that you can get. So first of all, with the backing track, I've got a simple my straight rap preset. It's actually not launched. I ain't launched this preset yet. So if you want to get it, you can get it firsthand. Just hit me up in the comments below with your email address, or just tell me, comment "I want one" in capital letters, and I'll get your email address and I'll send it to you. Right? It's just a straight rap preset. It's not a Drake vocal preset. It's not Migos. It's that kind of, just that note for that normal rapper that doesn't want auto tune, that doesn't want nothing like that. Just that Chic Luch or that Jadakiss, or that LL Cool J sound, or just that 90s 2000s straight rap, no funny effects. Okay, it's just a clean sounding New York rap preset, straight rap preset. Okay, so I've got a de-esser on it, okay, which is just takes away the harsh okay. It's got a EQ on it, which is boosting the top end just to give it some shine, to make it shiny. Okay, and then I've got a gate on it, which just takes away some of the background noise in my room. Okay, I've got another channel EQ. You can just go and follow these presets and lock them in, type them in, if 90.5, and then it would show up in your thing as well, 90.5. I've got that there, to roll off some of the bass. I've got taken out some of the middles as well, which really opens it up. And then I've got the compressors on. Okay, I've got 2 compressors on. You can follow these presets here. Minus 37.5, and then I've got another compressor as well, helping it out like that. So that's what gives it a good sound for me. This is what I found, and it's all trial and error. It's about tweaking and tweaking and tweaking and finding out what sounds good for you. So these are the exact same presets, okay, on this one. Like I said, I panned it left and right, and on the ad-libs, I've got the same preset as well. It's just the same setting as the rest, okay. But you're finding that it's sitting in the middle. So what some of the things we could do is we can create a distorted ad-lib, right? So if we play it, we've got a distorted sound, okay, which adds another element. You can also delay it, put some effects on it as well with it. You can hear that. Okay, which is a distorted vocalist out. That's another version of an ad-lib that you can put. Also, private caller is another one where it's like the stereo, a phone call sound. If you just put a gate on it just to close it off. Like I said, the gate just takes away some of the background noise. Look, if I pull it up there, you don't get some of that noisy, and it's just, you only hear what you want them to hear. So this is like a phone call effect, right? So if we play it all together, -6. Alright, so if we play it all back with a beat, which you can get 53 beats from my website, I'm going to leave the link in the description box below. 53 rap and R&B instrumentals. The download them, they're completely awesome. You'll love them, okay? I'll leave the link in the description if you need some free beats. 50, maximize your time. So if we play it all together with the beat that I produced, let's go. I'm so mean with the lyrics, they're calling me Sid Vicious. Yeah, I keep it clean like the dishes. Lay the beat down if it hard like my missus. You hear the ad-libs are really sitting in the beat. But in terms of the sound that I want for this, I'm not going to use the telephone effect. I'm not going to use the distorted effect. I'm going to use my original ad-lib preset. The lyrics, they're calling me Sid Vicious. Yeah, I keep it clean like the dishes. Lay the beat down if it hard like my missus. Love danger, swim with the sharks like fishes. Women blow my candle like some birthday wishes. No time for them haters. Hood rap bitches. A nice little trick that I like to do is I go to the instrumental and I just take out, I EQ the beat, okay? So if you're downloading a beat from YouTube, or you've downloaded a beat from BeatStars or wherever, right? You're not gonna get the waves with it. You're just gonna get the MP3. So what I do is this nice little trick. What I do is I find out. I get an EQ on my vocal, and then I go to analyzer post down the bottom, and you can see the majority of my vocal is happening around this area here. There's some stuff happening here, and there's some stuff happening down here, but the majority of it's here, between 200 and 500. So that's where the majority of my voice is taking place on the frequency spectrum. So what then I do, I go over to the beat, I get a channel EQ, and I go to 500, between 500 and 200, and I just pull down the beat a bit, which allows even more, like I said earlier, my vocals to have its own space in the mix. It's all about creating its own space. Every vocal part needs its own seat in the auditorium or the theater. You don't want the vocals sitting in the same seat all on each other's laps. You don't want that. So if we just pull this beat here, the lyrics they're calling me Sid Vicious. Yeah, I keep it clean like the dishes. Lay the beat down if it hard like my missus. Love danger, some of the sharp. It's already opening up. The beat is giving, like, stepping back and giving room for the vocals to shine. I'm so mean with the lyrics, they're calling me Sid Vicious. Yeah, I keep it clean like the dishes. Lay the beat down if it hard like my missus. Love danger, some of the sharks like fishes. Women blow my candle like some birthday wishes. No time for them haters, hood rap bitches. Run and tell you. And that's pretty much it. That is how to get better sounding ad-libs, how to mix better ad-libs. It's dead simple. The main focus is to always remember, give each vocal part its own sound, and make sure your backing vocals are you record one and fully pan it to the left and fully pan the second one to the right, and then make sure your ad-libs are -6 to the left panned, and they have a good compressor EQ on it. Again, you can hit me up and give you the preset, but in terms of the actual effects that you put it on, it's not actually as important, although it is important. It's not actually important as actually giving the ad-lib space in the mix. Okay, you always want to make sure, because there's three things. There's when you're mixing a track, there's volume, there's dynamics, and that's pretty much it. Okay, it's soft and loud and low and high. Okay, the volume takes care of the what's low and what's high in terms of the volume up and down, and the dynamics take care of what's soft and what's hard. Okay, so once you get those things sorted out, a lot of the issues sorted out takes care of itself when you just pan. Okay, you find the right panning. And then you do a little bit EQ and compression after. So that's the key to getting better sounding ad-libs, hands down. Okay, every single time. Okay, I hope that helped. Hope that you got value from it. And don't forget to try that little trick. When you download the beat, make sure you put an EQ on it and just quickly check. Put an EQ on your vocals. Find out where the majority of the action is happening, between the 200 or 300 or whatever. Then simply go over to the instrumental and do the same. Pull it down to give even more space and your vocals its own lane, so it can really punch through the track. Hope you got value for it. Give this video a like, a subscribe, a thumbs up, and comment I want this vocal preset if you want me to send it to you. I appreciate your love, appreciate your support. See you in the next video. Peace.